Greetings. Happy new moon in Gemini. Today we have the beginning of the coming moon cycle in air sign Gemini, focusing on communication and thinking and mental processes. Let's break down at a little bit deeper level what that means and how we can be thinking about this moon cycle and self-care. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Monday, May 26th. So, as I shared yesterday, a little bit deeper dive into some of the themes and meaning of today's new moon. It is, of course, a reset point. So, we are completing the previous moon cycle, focusing on Taurus and grounding and sustaining and gratitude and our connection to the earth and what keeps us going. So once we've got that, we've spent some time, some focus, some energy on that experience of life. We want to shift now into accessing the new ideas. So, what is the thinking that is going to help us continue to move forward based on now that we have the supposedly the sustenance and the patterns and the habits and the routines that are going to keep us going. So that thinking piece is the part about how we connect with possibilities, ideas being the beginning. Things they start in the realm of energy, and then they come into the realm of ideas and thinking, and then they eventually move into the earth realm of physicality and manifestation, taking shape and finding their outcomes, right? What is the result? So with the air phase, with the air sign and the air energy, we want to be thinking about how can we just get those wheels turning. And one of the things that Gemini has to do with is communication. So I'm thinking about the mycelium underneath the earth with the way that mushrooms have their body, right? Their whole body below the earth in these fibers, these tendrils that reach out across sometimes miles, and then every once in a while they pop a little mushroom up above the soil. So the mycelium that is having all the thinking and planning and communication going on below the surface. We could also think of Gemini energy as like the nervous system. So the signal gets sent by Mercury, the messenger, from one place to another so that we can tell different parts of our body to do the things we want it to do. Sometimes more conscious, sometimes less conscious, right? Some of those unconscious nervous system signals are keeping us going even when we are completely not aware of them. But when we have that conscious contribution to the spreading of messages, we can bring in that higher level of thinking and where our minds can wrap themselves around what is the message we want to send? What do we want to communicate? What is it we want some part of ourselves or someone else in the world outside of us to know? And so that brings it to communication that we do with others, right? So communication that happens through language, through writing, through storytelling, through art, through different ways that we express ourselves to communicate ideas. So we want to not just have the ideas, we want the ideas to move from one place to another, to spread, to share. And when we share ideas, that can get our own wheels turning. So maybe you share an idea with somebody else, that makes them think of something, they share that back with you, and that keeps your creative juices flowing. So that spark of creativity can continue to grow when we think about Gemini in this communication process way of approaching things. So another kind of communication that we have is communication that we do over vast distances. So, like the internet, or we used to call it long distance phone calls, right? But now we can do it with video and everything. So that kind of communication and how we are sharing. So, we want to think about what is the message that we have to share. How do we want to share it? Who do we want to share it with? And it's not just about sending messages out, it's also about receiving information. So, learning, asking questions, listening. Listening is another great Gemini activity. So we often focus on the Gemini piece about being chatty, right? And talking a lot. But Gemini also has to do with listening. So that quiet place that we have when we open our minds in true, genuine curiosity helps us to listen. It helps us to notice. It helps us to pay attention and receive messages or information or new updates or new ways of seeing something. So, the Gemini mind of wonder is one way we can think about this moon cycle. And self care is curiosity, having a mind of wonder, listening, sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, exchanging ideas. But as you do all of this, it's really important to think about also your what is the authentic truth or message or information that you want to share? What is it within you that is true or right, or your authentic experience that you want to put into that communication? So, as we think about messages and messaging and communication and ideas, this is also a perfect time to reach deeper into yourself for that deeper place of authenticity. What is genuine? And what do you want to share genuinely? So, thinking about your emails that you're writing or a phone conversation you want to have, thinking about what is it you really want to say. And sometimes you don't even have to like have it all figured out, but when you take that extra moment to take a deep breath, which is another good air sign, working with the breath. So taking a deep breath, clearing your mind, and feeling into what really feels true and important and authentic, and helping to get in touch with that for yourself. And then you can be in that place of at least connecting with your own authentic truth and voice and message before you engage in communication. So you can also reread things that reread an email that you've written. Like, don't send it right away. Reread it and go, is that really what I meant to say? Is that really conveying how I really feel or what I really think? So, getting really clear about what you genuinely want to share, what your message is from that deeper place of authenticity. Now that we have Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, we're at that place of new beginnings. So, huge opportunity here to tap into that deeper place of what is true and right and meaningful for you. And just having this opportunity to review your message and think about what you're saying, what you're sharing, where does it need any updating, any new fresh eyes, fresh perspective, a check in with yourself. So, whatever it is you are conveying, communicating, sharing, how you are listening, where you are learning, what you are learning about, check in. Does this feel true and right and meaningful and important? And how can you shore that up, right? Get more clear, get more clean. So, through a mind of wonder, you can open to that bigger picture of where new ideas are coming in. Enjoy this new moon, set some intentions around getting clear, right? What does that look like for you? And you don't have to know the answers. The whole point of an intention is that you are opening, especially with this Gemini moon energy. You are opening to what that might look like, how it might show up, what it might feel like, even. So the intention is I want to be more open. I want to be more creative. I want to express myself more authentically. I want to have a genuine feeling of exchange and sharing and listening. All of those things could be really in alignment with this Gemini new moon. So, checking in with what that intention, where that place of intention is for you as you think about connecting with your deeper, more authentic self. So enjoy this new moon. Don't forget to take a deep breath. And if you are looking for deeper support, I have a guided meditation for working with the energy of this Gemini new moon. It's called The Power of Heartfelt Communication. So the link is in the description for this video. I'm putting out a guided meditation for every new moon and full moon. So pick the ones that feel like they speak to you the most, or when you are needing guidance or looking for that deeper support, and give it a try. It's only $15. It's a 30-minute MP3 that you can download, and you just listen and you get a chance to connect with your deeper self. It's super easy, and lots of people find it really, really supportive. So thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms. Astrologyheals.com is my website, and my member site is now available. Just click where it says join Astrology Heals in the description for this video. Thanks for being here. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.